friends. It's Wednesday before the trade deadline in the NBA. A lot of stuff going on, so we're not going to waste much time, and there's a lot of games to go over. But before I do, my name is Eric. Welcome to the show. I do this every day on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. And follow all my official plays at Twitter at EasyMoneyWins. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Appreciate y'all. Let's go. First game up. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Detroit Pistons. Now, I hope this line goes up because I really want to bet Detroit. They've beaten Detroit, is it 3 times now or 2 times now? Twice. So they play them 2 more times, including today. So they beat them the first 2 times by margin. I don't think Detroit covered. This is their first time at Detroit, Cleveland this year, and they just lost to Boston last night, 112-105. And I mean, before that though, Cleveland, like, they had a 3-game losing streak. Before that 3-game losing streak, they responded well. You had the 1 by 7 against the Timberwolves, 1 by 10 against the Pacers. I think they'll play tough. They don't like to lose. We just need to see who's going to play. A lot of them played heavy minutes today in the comeback. They were trying to come back. They were close. I think it was like a 4-point game late in the fourth quarter after being down by like 12 points. Donovan Mitchell, 36 minutes. Garland, 34. Jared Allen, 33. And that's it. No one else played over 29 minutes. So, and then really easy travel too. Cleveland to Detroit. So Detroit injury report is clean. No issues. They just lost at the buzzer to, who was it, Miami? No, Atlanta. Sorry, Atlanta. They lost the buzzer to Atlanta on Monday. No back-to-backs for them. Clean rest spot. 4th game of a 6-game homestand for them. They're 2-1 so far. I mean, they play well at home, guys. They're going to be hungry for this one. Let's see what the line is now, guys. So I see a 5, I see a 5.5, I see a 4.5. I think it's getting bought down. I think there's Detroit money coming in it early right now, as I'm doing this in the middle of the night, the podcast. So I do like Detroit plus 5. I would much rather it be a little higher. Cleveland's been okay on back-to-backs this year, guys. They've been all right. Especially like little travel like this, it's almost like a home, playing at home again. I don't know if they flew out, but I wouldn't if I were them. I would just like actually wake up early next morning and then head out, but who knows. But yeah, I lean plus 5 for the Pistons. Probably not going to bet it. Wish it was more like a plus 7. Over unders 235. Now Cleveland, I don't know. They played an under game today against the Celtics, but I mean, that's kind of a big game intensity, kind of like a playoff matchup type of feel to it tonight. I mean, last night, but before then, they were putting the ball in the hole, man. They were 44, 137, 126. So over, and Detroit's been playing a little more relaxed too. I think it's a touch too high, honestly. I think Detroit comes out and really wants to win, so I think there's some defense. Cleveland, not too bad at travel. It's tough betting Cleveland games under, though, guys, but I do lean under in that. All right, next game up, we have the Milwaukee Bucks at the Charlotte Hornets. And again, these trade circulations, man. So like Giannis has been in trade rumors a little bit to the Warriors. Brooke Lopez potentially. Bobby Portis a little bit as well. All these guys are pretty much expected to play today against the Hornets. And they already lost to Charlotte once this year. At Charlotte. So this is their 2nd time going to Charlotte, 3rd time playing them. They're 1-1 on the season. And I don't know. They're on a 4-game losing streak. I would think that they take care of business here. The Hornets are really bad, guys. I mean, for the Bucks, there's a lot of people on the injury designation. I would check that before just blindly betting them, and then also the trade deadline's coming. You know, you never know what's gonna happen there. So, but the Hornets still they're still really bad. You know, the front court's not bad with Mark Williams and Miles Bridges. The back court's are really a problem. The small forward position is really a problem. They can't score, guys. They can't score. Micic is bad. LaMelo Ball's out. Nick Smith Jr.'s bad. Josh Green's not good. Okogie's out. Cody Martin looks to be out. So I was thinking about Charlotte team total under. Now the line is -8.5 to Milwaukee. The over under is what's the over under at? 217.5, 218.5. There's some over money, and I agree with the Bucks team total over. It'll be 109 plus 4. 113.5. I definitely agree with that. I think the Bucks go out there, shoot the ball really well. That's what I think. I think they get to like 115 and win the game. I lean -8.5. In theory, should be first quarter, first half, full game. Even with that said, even with them on a 4-game losing streak, I still don't know if they're going to come out the way they should, and they probably will still take the Hornets lightly. So that's my thoughts on that game. Let's head over to the next game of many tonight. The San Antonio Spurs at the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks are off that pretty much buzzer beater win by Trae Young over the Pistons. Trae Young is probable in this one. I think he's probable. I know Bogdanovich and Capella are out again. They were out the last game. Yeah, Trae Young is probable, guys. So, let's see. They snapped a 8-game losing streak. Did the Hawks. They're at home. They play on Friday. No back-to-back for them. They play Friday against Milwaukee. So, San Antonio, De'Aaron Fox is cleared to play. Chris Paul is questionable. He's questionable. I mean, not a huge deal now that you got De'Aaron Fox. You know, the starting 5 looks legit. De'Aaron Fox is reunited with Harrison Barnes. It's kind of funny. Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Wembanyama, and so the Spurs. You know, do we expect them to just play really well immediately, like first game with De'Aaron Fox? I lean no. I mean, he's the guy who's going to be holding the ball. It's not like it's like a center or like a, you know, kind of small forward who just shoots the ball in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can control the pace and everything. I mean, I don't know, guys. It's kind of hard to read, in my opinion. I do want to bet the Spurs. I think the Spurs are the better team right now. No back-to-back for them. Second game of a 6-game road trip for them. The line's -4, so people do agree with my thinking. It's -4.5. People do agree with my thinking. It was 3 when it opened 3.5 like an hour ago, and now it's jumped up to 4.5 already. So, I don't know, guys. That's tough. The way I'd rather go with it, but again, it's kind of iffy. But like Spurs team total over. Atlanta has no interest in playing any defense. De'Aaron Fox likes to play fast. Spurs have been scoring fairly decent this year. You know, the Spurs are going to give a good effort because they're on a losing streak. It's just, you know, that effort against the Hawks equals points, but, you know, just the rhythm to get to 120 is still got to be able to score really well and everything be in sync. I don't know if De'Aaron Fox is just going to, like, I think he does. I honestly, if that wasn't a concern, I would be betting Spurs -4 and over 241 over Spurs team total, but I need to see De'Aaron Fox, guys. Sorry, guys. Middle of the night, I'm powering through this podcast, man. Yeah, I lean San Antonio. I don't feel amazing about it. All right. Next game up. Got the Miami Heat at the Philadelphia 76ers. Somehow the Heat managed to lose the game by almost double digits. They lost by 9 points after they were winning the entire game, except for the final 6 or 4 minutes, by 10 points or more, pretty much the entire game. And so they lost that game. Don't know how they lost that game last night. They're not in good form. Trade deadline is looming, but none of their guys are really names anymore. Now that they know Jimmy Butler's, probably not with them the rest of the year, either some way or another, they should be free to play, and they showed that tonight until the final 4 minutes in the fourth quarter, and they had a meltdown. But they kind of had this happen before earlier. Well, yeah, against the Magic. I think the next game they came out well, but this is, I don't know, Chicago to Philly. It's not like the worst travel spot. Philly also played yesterday night too. Let's check the minutes for the Heat. So Tyler Hero played 36, Bam Adebayo 35, Khalil Ware 31, Jovic 36. So I mean, not amazing for Hero and Adebayo and Jovic, but they're pretty young guys. Philly, Joel Embiid played last night. They came back and won 118, 116. These 76ers are doing really well this homestand. Really, really well. So no back-to-back for them. Obviously, they played last night, so you don't play 3 games in a row in the NBA, except for that lockout year or something like that. So the 76ers, right? Let's check their minutes logged. And they got some other guys out too, guys. So I mean, Paul George, I don't think he's gonna play. Kyle Lowry and then Eric Gordon, I don't think they're gonna play either. I don't know. They've been playing well shorthanded though. But dang, they played a lot of minutes. Kelly Oubre 41, Tyrese Maxey 40, Justin Edwards 38, Yabu Sealy 35. That's tough, guys. That's tough. Man, Sixers got the win, right? They should be the less worried team, more relaxed team. Off Thursday, small road trip over the weekend. They're back home Tuesday. I'm home for a little bit, for a lot of bit. Let's see what the Sixers are doing here. I mean the Heat. My fault. Heat at Friday. I don't know, guys. Let's see what the line is. It's -1.5 to the Heat. I do not feel great about that, but I do lean the Heat winning this game, even with the travel. Over/under's 216. I like the over. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like that over. It's just, I mean, I keep doubting Philadelphia. Can Philadelphia score? They've been scoring, and they've been playing small, so they should be able to get there with it. That's tough, guys. Tough. I'm gonna leave that game alone. I'm gonna think about it. All right, next game going is the Wizards at the Nets, and we will keep this kind of quick. Kuzma's in trade talks a lot right now. I think it's gonna happen. So I think they're saying Chris Middleton. So that's kind of the thing. I mean, guys, there's gonna be some trades that happen tomorrow. No need to rush and place your bets. Some star players might be traded tomorrow. Guys are gonna impact the point spread. I am waiting. I'm taking my time. So not that Kyle Kuzma's moving the needle that much, but the Wizards are on a 2-game winning streak, and Kyle Kuzma's been playing well. So if he is out, I mean, it's kind of a big deal right now for the Wizards. As funny as that sounds. But yeah, I lean the Nets. The Nets had a crazy win tonight. They're down 4 points with down 4 points with 7-8 seconds left, and they came back and won with 2 threes. Crazy, guys. So I mean, we'll see if Ben Simmons. I don't think Ben Simmons is gonna play. Cam Johnson, Noah Clowney, I don't think are gonna play. Let's check the minutes logged by D'Angelo Russell, because Alvarez. Man, they've won 3 in a row, guys. That is wild. They won 3 in a row. This is the second game of a 6-game homestand for them. So, and they won 3 in a row already. Man, I kind of like Brooklyn, guys. I kind of like Brooklyn. I think the Wizards are riding way too high. Man, they didn't play at all tonight. Zaire Williams played 30. That was the top minutes getter. Other than that, Nick Claxton 28, Keon Johnson 29, D'Angelo Russell 26. Like nothing. Absolutely no worries in the world right there. You know, they'll sleep, wake up, be ready to play basketball. If D'Angelo Russell plays, I'm sorry. I'm probably going to bet the Nets, guys. Everyone was pretty good health-wise, except for Alex Sarr. I think he's questionable, the rookie center. But he hasn't played in a while, and they've been winning, so who really cares if he plays or not? Like I said, they beat Minnesota and Charlotte. They play Friday at home against the Cavaliers. It starts a homestand for them, like a long homestand. So, you know, take care of business, go home. But I don't know, guys. I kind of think their run's over. Charlotte's such a sorry-ass team, and Minnesota was really caught sleeping. I like the Nets, guys. I think the Nets win this game. -1 for the Nets. I gotta write that down. It feels, smells like a winner. Sorry, let me go here. Nets. Okay, next game going on here. Oh yeah, sorry, the over-under is 218. I like Wizards team total under. I don't think I'm going to bet it. Nets on the back-to-back. I still kind of like that under. Still like 218, under 218. I do like that, guys. Think about it. All right, next game up. Oh, this game's funny. Why is it funny? We got Memphis Grizzlies at the Toronto Raptors. It's funny because the Grizzlies smoked the Raptors on December 26th, day after Christmas. They won by 29 points, but they were winning by like 40 points, I think, at one time. And then Darko, I forget his last name, the head coach of the Toronto Raptors, he got thrown out of the game by the refs. So yeah, I don't know if Toronto really plays into that. They did lose tonight, or last night. They played, who they played? The Knicks. And they fought all the way back to lose by 6. Covered that spread, 6.5 of the early line from the Raptors. Needed that, man. It was lucky, but I'll take lucky right now. They didn't play many minutes. Scotty Barnes, 32. Grady Dick, 31. The only thing that sucks is Jakob Poeltl left this game early. I highly doubt he's going to play. He's also in the middle of trade rumors as well. And RJ Barrett was out yesterday too. If RJ Barrett's out and Jakob Poeltl's out, I kind of think the Grizzlies roll in this one, guys. The Grizzlies have just been playing damn good basketball. Really good basketball. They smoked. They pulled away from Milwaukee late. They pretty much controlled the game against San Antonio. They won by almost 20. They beat the Rockets the game before that. I think shorthanded without Ja Morant. Usually a pretty damn good road team this year, or competitive their last like 7. You know, Toronto on the back-to-back. Let's see how many minutes. Oh yeah, like I said, they didn't play many minutes. Just Grady Dick 31, Scotty Barnes 32. Nothing crazy minutes-wise. It's just I just think the Raptors are short-handed. That's it. So the line is high, guys. It's -7, -8.5. Oh, -8's popping up. Okay. So yeah, people are seeing it. They're thinking like, no Jakob Poeltl, no RJ Barrett, trade rumors. Like, yeah, let's hop on the Grizz and, you know, take the early action. Over unders 243. Toronto likes to play defense, guys. So even tonight against, well, I got up to 236. Just because they were chasing them from behind, trying to get back in the game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. 243, it's high, but at the same time, I mean 240, yeah, 243, but at the same time, I mean they could easily get over that. Memphis could. Just their pace is crazy, guys. So yeah, that's what I'm leaning. I'm leaning over, and I'm leaning Memphis -7, guys. All right, let's go to the next game. We got the Chicago Bulls at the Minnesota Timberwolves. The line is -10.5. The Bulls showed a ton of heart tonight. They were down 10 points the majority of the game and fought their way back to win by 9 points tonight at home. They're a back and forth team, guys. They've been like this all season. They'll win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. That's what they're on right now. Last 6 games have alternated loss, win. Let's see how many minutes they played tonight or last night against the Heat. Let's see here. They played hardly anything at all. Vucevic, 33 minutes. Josh Giddey, 30. Kobe White, 32. Patrick Williams and Buzzelli's 31 each. So people play 30 minutes, but not like heavy 30 minutes. And then it's pretty quick travel from Chicago to Minnesota. Julius Randle's out. Dante DiVincenzo's out. So it's funny. The guys they traded for Karl Anthony Towns are out. Naz Reid will start most likely. And the Timberwolves are struggling, guys. Struggling. They look good, right? They look good recently. And then, oh wait, no. Let's go back to what we were back in December and November. Like, not sharp, not executing, losing streaks. Against a Sacramento team that was supposed to be distracted from losing De'Aaron Fox, and was like, no, we'll just play like one of our best games of the season. So they're off 2 losses. This is the 3rd game of a 5-game homestand. They play Houston tomorrow, so it's the front end of a back-to-back, and it's against a Western Conference opponent. And they beat them, Houston. They lost to Houston, so it's the rubber match tomorrow. And Houston is a playoff team. No, they play again. They play again on Friday, the 21st of February. Okay, so not the rubber match game, but still big game. Eastern Conference opponents in Chicago. I'm just trying to gauge the level of motivation here for Minnesota. Like, yeah, I mean, like I said, they've lost 2 in a row. They definitely want to win, but they still don't respect Chicago. I know they don't. So, are they really going to come out and play the way they should? That's the mystery with these NBA teams, guys. That is the mystery. So, I lean Timberwolves -10.5. I really like the Timberwolves team total over. Chicago's not playing a lick of defense. Like, they're probably the worst defensive team in the NBA right now, in my opinion. Or just mixed with their point. Like, I want to bet the opposing team total over against them, guys. 100% right now. I don't think all of a sudden they play better defense today. I think it's the same, if not worse, on the second night of the back-to-back. Travel, like, Timberwolves getting to 115 seems like a gimme. Let's see. Their team total is going to be around, let's see, 113 plus 6, 119. So 118.5. Yeah, guys, I think they get to 120, no problem. I really do. I lean -10.5. Next game, we got the Golden State Warriors at the Utah Jazz. And I don't know, guys. The Warriors, there's so much trade circulation going on with them. This is the front end of a back-to-back. They play against the Lakers on, like I said, yeah, tomorrow at the Lakers on the trade deadline day. So many names are circulating for the Warriors. That I'm actually surprised how professional they were to come out and beat Orlando the other night. I thought that was really impressive. So maybe they're just professional again, and they go out and handle their business. I don't know, guys. It's hard to tell. They do need to win. Can't afford to lose. And then playing the Lakers, that's gonna be a tough game. Like Utah, there's a game to punt. It's the punt the Lakers game and go all out for the Utah game. I think they know that. It's just the trade deadline kind of makes it a little tricky, guys. Injury-wise for the Warriors, They are pretty healthy. Wiggins and Green are on there, but I think they're both expected to play. Oh, Moses Moody's on there. Hold on, let's see. Moses played the whole game last time. He's questionable. Yeah. So Moody's questionable. Draymond and Wiggins are probable. Man, I don't know what to think. I think the Warriors do win this game. I do. Utah is vulnerable right now, injury-wise. Colin Sexton's out of this game. I think he was like their leading point scorer. And then Lauri Markkanen's questionable. I think Lauri sits, honestly. I mean, he's been questionable a lot and hasn't played. So I don't expect him to play. So I do think this line goes up. Now they do have Jordan Clarkson, Keontae George, Bryce Sensabaugh, John Collins, Walker Kessler. Like, they have the front court still there. I still kind of like the over. It's 231. But I do think, I don't know, guys. It's weird. It's just a weird spot. The line's -6.5 for the Warriors. I lean that. I don't feel great about that. Yeah, excuse me. There's under money coming in right now, actually. I guess because, like, Markkanen and Colin Sexton, like, that's a lot of points being left out. The Warriors have been playing defense. I don't know, guys. That's a tough game. I'm not going to bet that game, most likely. Too much weird stuff going on. Too much weird stuff. Alright, next game going. We got the Pelicans at the Nuggets. Now, the Pelicans, they came back again. These two teams played the other night. And the Pelicans came back and covered the spread somehow. I think they did. I'm pretty positive about that. We'll take a look at the score here in a second. They're healthy. So they got... There's just no Herb Jones and no Zion Williamson. And Daniel Tice is on there too, but no issue with him. Guys, I'm okay with, like, I don't think their roster is terrible. It's just they're just a bad team right now. They just have no heart to close games and compete. Willie Green is not motivating them well. They're on a 6-game losing streak. Play Saturday, so they have 2 days off after this game at Sacramento. I don't know, guys. Let's check Denver's depth chart. I know Aaron Gordon is out. I'm pretty positive about that. Russell Westbrook is out. Oh, Aaron Gordon's questionable, but I think he missed last game where he left early, something like that. I think he's out. I don't think he's gonna play in this game. They've won 3 in a row. It's New Orleans. You know, they're probably not, like, stressed to, like, win this game or like, you know, think it's a big game. They do play Thursday though, so it's a front end and a back-to-back. They play against the Magic tomorrow. I don't know, guys. -10. This is another game where I'm just like, I'm not sure. I really don't want to touch it. Denver, could they win by 10? Yeah. Could they score 125 points like they did last game? Yeah, they could. Oh, no, they covered that spread. The Nuggets did, sorry. Yeah, they won by 12. Okay. Not the opening line, though. I think the opening line was 12.5. But the closing line, I'm pretty sure they covered that. Okay. I don't know, guys. New Orleans doesn't play any defense. Denver likes to run 1,000 miles an hour. I mean, don't overthink it. Just take Nuggets, team total over. Take Nuggets -10. But I'm not going to do it. Okay, next game up. We have the Phoenix Suns at the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kevin Durant rolled his ankle last game legitimately. It bothered him. Woke up. He's doubtful for this game. And then also, obviously, there's trade rumors circulating with him. Bradley Beal. You know, who knows? Who knows, right? Now, everyone else is good to go, though. And the Suns are on a little losing streak after losing 2 in a row to the Trailblazers of all teams. Even though the Trailblazers have been playing well still. they play Wednesday at home against Utah. So this last game before the trade deadline, OKC. They play OKC already this year? Yeah, they lost 99-83. Yeah, I mean, I've lost a lot of money with the Phoenix Suns this year. Ever since that they got swept by Minnesota, that team is just a different team. That team is just a different team, man. And honestly, Budenholzer, I don't think he's doing a very good job either. But even with all that said, the line is plus 12 Phoenix, plus 13 and a half. I don't know, guys. It still feels too high to me. Oklahoma City will be without Case and Wallace, and Jalen Williams is questionable. So if he plays, that'll be really good for them. But you know, we'll see. He hasn't played in a while. I just think Phoenix gives a little better effort than losing by 13. I'm not gonna play it though, just because Oklahoma City has no mercy. They just want to blow teams out. They don't care. They don't care what's going on with the other team. They got no empathy or care if it's really good players or bad players. They're just going to try to blow them out. So I'm going to stay off that game. I do lean over 225, but again, the trade deadline, all that stuff, I don't know, guys. I'm staying off that game, most likely. All right, last game up. Got the Orlando Magic, who are struggling. Plus 5.5 at Sacramento. So Sacramento, 5-point home favorites. Zach LaVine's scheduled to play in this game. Zach LaVine's played with DeMar DeRozan for a couple years. I don't think it's going to be that big of a mesh problem. Malik Monk's the point guard. He's been the point guard, you know, for a majority of the time since De'Aaron Fox has been in and out of the lineup now that he's traded. You know, Zach LaVine just catch and shoot and, you know, play good defense. You know, nothing too crazy. Everyone else is good to go. They're off that really, really good win at Minnesota when Minnesota wanted to win bad. They play at Portland Thursday, so it's the front end of a back-to-back. Like I said for Orlando, they're in Denver tomorrow, so this is also a front end of a back-to-back. They've lost 4 in a row. Jalen Suggs is doubtful, or he's already out. And this team just is struggling to score. Like, this team is just struggling to score, guys. That's it's like the big thing. I really have no idea, guys. I want them. I think they're the right side in this game, but they haven't scored over 100 points in their last 3 games on the road. They were doing great against Miami until they messed up the end of that game. Detroit, they beat them. That was at home. They've lost a lot of games recently, guys, and I don't think they'll beat Denver tomorrow. I feel like they win one of these games. I kind of have a feeling, guys, that the Magic win this game and obviously cover at worst. Both teams in the front end of back-to-back with travel. A little newness with Zach LaVine. I'm sure it's a little bit of an energy jump for them, but I don't know, guys. I still like Orlando in that game, plus 5.5. Over unders 217. And honestly, like if you like Orlando, I think there's going to be some defense. Even though the Kings like to play fast, I don't know. I kind of lean over, guys. If I think Orlando's going to win the game, honestly, it might not be with defense. It might be that their shooting comes alive. So, and the Kings like to play fast. I can see that over. I can see it going over 217. I kind of like that. But yeah, that's the podcast, guys. That is it. I got through those quickly. That's awesome. So yeah, drop a like, guys. Drop a comment. The engagement helps me get this out to more people, and I would appreciate that for sure. Follow me at Twitter for all my official plays at Easy Money Wins. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next show.